So this is the interesting, precise alien being that we came in contact to, or we did channeling to. I didn't say in contact. So how was it? Well, at first when he came, I realized that he has trouble in speaking with us. He is like, well, he didn't say any time but he was like, oh, you have such intention to need to start speaking. It's like, to speak human, it's so hard. You have to think really much. And maybe at the first 10 minutes it was complete silence, because he wasn't actually saying anything, but he was like, I want to go away. I was like, no, just stay a little bit so that the people may hear and see what's going on, like they have their own vision. And then he was, how was it? Oh yeah, then many people were asking questions like, are you implanting us chips? He said, no. And then the next question, he said, yes. And next question, no. And that was all the answers. Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. And the answers were instant. They were like the people who asked the question, he didn't even finish the question. And he said, no, yes, no, yes, no. And he was really precise. He was like, how I saw him, he was white with big white head, big eyes, but I didn't catch whether the eyes were black, complete black, but somehow I felt that they have the eye whites also, eye white with them. So the body was in the color of white, but really, really beautiful color. The relationship to me was that there are these white whales in the rivers, in the sea, in the oceans, and they have this white color, and they were really, really, really like it. And their fingers were thin. The body was thin also, and their fingers were like where they have the nail, the finger end. It's like a round, a circle, like a bigger circle, like you can touch something with it. And the thing is, how we came in contact with them is that the woman was asking for silver white beings, and they replied. And he asked, do you have a connection with me? They said, no. And they said, are you the silver color which I saw? They said, no. And the woman asked, can you explain why I see white, red, blue and yellow color? And he replied that they cannot explain to her because the woman cannot even identify herself what exactly she saw. And she said, okay. And the next thing is, he said that they are building pyramids, have been building pyramids, many pyramids on planet Earth, 4,000 years ago or something like this. And they said they build maps also, and I understood that they have the region of America, that this is their region. And somehow I came across that I thought the images he was showing to me were really close to the location where they have these alien maps somewhere in America. I don't know where are they. I don't know American regions, anything. I just have saw on Google that they are like maps that you can print from satellites. That they have been building pyramids really close to there, and they said that these temples that they build are really up in the sky, and those pyramids that they build, many of them are within mountains, deep within mountains. And they will say that, and then one man asked, "Can I build the pyramids?" He said, "No." And the alien replied, "We are precise. We are precise." And when he said that many times, I saw how perfect the structures they are building are. Like a brick or a stone brick or something like this. The density of the stone brick is perfectly balanced. It's not like a precision of millimeter, 2 millimeters. It's perfectly perfect. There isn't a split micron of precision. There's perfect, and there's like a cube, and when you put your finger on a corner, corner of it, you can you can cut your finger easily with it. That's how they're precise are. And they said that how you can identify them is by that they have built these temples with perfect precision. Like I saw many floorings out of stone that are perfect like a mirror. They're perfect like reflectors, I understand them. And then a man asked, why do you build them? And he said that they built a map, space map. I was like, what kind of a map? A space map. And he said, for what? So that you can easily travel into space and you don't need to have any kind of a navigation. You just see the map and you know where to go. And he said many times, the map is precise, perfectly precise. And how I understood is that, for example, there is a pyramid, and the pyramid causes a straight energy line somewhere up in the sky, aiming to another planet. And for example, if you are on that planet and if you see the energies or see the navigation, you know that this line of light, this star, this whatever we call it, is aiming perfectly towards planet Earth. And when you are like on a spaceship and where is the Earth? Oh, you just follow this star, follow this line, follow this light. That's what I saw it. And he said that, for example, how you can find planet Earth is really simple. And he showed me I understood that they are really far away. They don't have their own solar system. They're like neutral, and they have a how can we travel to Earth? Is like first they travel to Sirius, and then from Sirius they aim to Okup. I don't know what's Okup. Otsup. They said Okup. It's a gigantic, bigger star than Sirius. And for example, if Sirius, what I saw is that if you see me, that for example, here is Sirius, here is Earth, and the Otsup is somewhere here, so it's like 10 times farther, or maybe more, 20 times farther than Earth from Sirius. And so when you go from our solar system, you go to Sirius, then from Sirius to Okup, and on 1/3 or something from the distance, just turn right and you'll find the Earth solar system, and that's how we find you. For example, he said also that many other civilizations, they travel in space in a different way, but he said that this map is well known for many other civilizations. Also, he said that once you enter these stars of lines, he said they are always perfect. And one man in the audience asked, for example, if Earth moves in a different direction, he said, Earth can do whatever she wants. The map is perfect. The map is perfect. That's what he said many times. The map is perfect. The map is perfect. And then after the seminar, we were laughing with our friends, and he said, "Oh yeah, they have invested lots of time in their map, so they have to, get some kind of a reward or get some kind of recommendations, or get some kind of likes back. We have invested time in creating this map, so and so on. They just are lucky, unlucky, happy with their map." Something like this. We were joking about that. But anyway, he said that once you enter, the map is like a highway. You see like a rainbow light but it's like a perfect line towards Earth. And once you enter this rainbow, you can easily travel in speed of light. It's like a highway. He said, for us it's like a highway. You can travel much, much faster, and in fact you don't need to think where you go. You just can set if the spaceship has a consciousness, the spaceship can easily follow that map. And the man in the audience one man in the audience asked, so for example, can our civilization use this map? They said, no. Your civilization would like to create their own map, and they would not understand our map. But he said that many other civilizations, or most of the other civilizations, know this map, and they follow this map whatever and if they need to. And this was really interesting for me, experience, for the audience. And there was there was a woman asking us, but how can we travel, for example, from my hometown to this seminar without using any fuel engines? And the entity replied, use a train. And inside of me I started to laugh. Well, duh, use a train or electric scooter or whatever. And he's like, no. But if I'm in America and you are in Latvia, how can I travel there without using the fuel consumption? He said, use okay, now I don't know the word. How is it in English? Glide. Wait. So it's a plane without an engine with big wings, and the plane is like glider or something like this. It glides through the wind. He said, I will call it glider. I don't know how to say it in English, whatever. Actually, use a glider. He said, how can a glider be used? You just fly up and fall down. He said, no. There are wind maps, and if you truly navigate through the wind maps, you can easily fly without using any fuel to get to the point where you need to get. Or in fact, you can use solar with it, or you can also use little amounts of fuel just to take off and just to like accelerate when you need to, but just a little. And he said, for example, birds. There are like species of birds that just fly in the sky and they never land. And this is one of the things. And everybody was like, okay, how? And he said, for example, basically, if you have this glider, a car can pull it up, like, there's a phone call. Hello? Yeah. Yeah. Nu, jā, es paskatīšos, mums jau tur nekā nav īpaši, man ir viens dators un viss. Nu jā, ja jūs nobloķējāt, to jau nekā nevajadzētu tur būt vairāk. Jā, ok, nu labi, ja kas zvaniet. Labi, viss labi. So use a glider. So basically, if you have a car, you can pull the glider like 100 kilometers an hour, 70 kilometers an hour, disattach it and fly up in the sky with the glider. And then on the sky, if you get like 100 meters above the ground, there are like low altitude winds that you can follow. And he said, like, for example, there's this, I don't know how it's in English, cyclones and anticyclone. Well, basically, if there's a cold wind, the cold wind goes down and the hot wind goes up, and there are many spots in the earth where there are these winds. And if you get in the wind that goes up, you just go around, and the wind will blow you up. And if the wind goes down, you just go down. The wind will take you down even more faster, and you can accelerate speed there. And basically, the whole sky is built with these maps. And one person was like, well, how you can use these maps? Well, basically you need glasses, like infrared glasses, that show you the hot winds and the cold winds. And this is easily how you can find the maps. But he said, basically, if you truly like practice it, you can really easily go anywhere you like without using any fuel. This was really interesting for me, because I thought, well, yeah, basically this is a great idea actually, because, for example, the huge planes, the commercial planes, they take off, they like create their wind mechanism that the wings get much larger and a much bigger range. For example, while they take off, they have short wings, and when they are off the ground, the wings expand in a much bigger area, and they can easily start gliding, like reduce their consumption and just glide, accelerate, maybe 30% or 50% less fuel consumption, and the same speed and the same altitude, everything. And this was really an interesting idea from that entity. We asked him, "How are you called?" And I didn't get any exact names, but what he said it was, oh no, I see it, Eiro. Eiro. He said Eiro, but now I see Eiro. 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 And now I see them again, and they're like waving their hands. And Eiro. Interesting. All right. And this was a story of ETs, and I hope you received some interesting information from it. And after an hour, I have a hockey training. So I'm really happy that I have this microphone with me and this camera with me, that I can do some recordings. Yeah, so another commercial about my website. So I created a forum on my website where you can share your experiences, sign up, and if you follow that website, I always create news. So you can, if I would have some people that follow this website in English, I would start creating channeling seminars in English language, so you can receive much more information from it, and this could be a really interesting experience. And then online webinars, online seminars, online conversations in English. So I think, because Latvia is really small, but in English there are many people from many other places of the earth that can access this information, whether it's from English. So that's why I want to create videos in English also more. And this is one way how to create them. So thank you for listening, thank you for watching, and then take your time and enjoy.